What's up, y'all? Now, this is gonna be a good one, all right? I've been wanting to kind of get a video that I can react to that'll hit it right on the head because I feel like I've repeated this topic a few times on, bottoms and the belief that they can use their hole just as equally as we can use our penises. I'm sorry, but nah, bruh. This video, we gonna definitely tap onto that. I feel like we've kind of talked about it, but we done schemed over it a bit. And yeah, I got a video that I want to show y'all real quick, and I'm gonna give my natural commentary so y'all know what it is. Let's go.
Remember when it used to look like a tiny little scrunchie and now it's just open? Slow down. Now, just because you deserve to be ate out, don't mean you gotta feed everybody. Stop treating your hole like it's a homeless shelter. Have some decorum.
Oh.
Raise your prices. Put a tariff on your ass or something. I don't know, child. And when it comes to those hemorrhoids, let them heal. You got a colony of birthday balloons back there. And you said now is the time to bust it wide open. It's not.
All right, facts. So there's a couple things I want to react to on that one, okay? So first, let me just say that I think that we all need to hold ourselves accountable. I know that the majority wants to have this whole equilibrium thing across the board, equality across the board when it comes to this topic. As men especially, y'all will always use the term, oh, we're men too. Oh, hold tops to the same standard. I'm going to go ahead and tap on all that, all right? I'm not going to be biased about the fact that I am a top, and I'm just going to keep it, where I'm validating tops. I'm going to keep it real on all ends for bottoms, verse, and tops, all right? So y'all definitely want to watch this video to the end. So, here's the thing, y'all. I know that the majority wants this whole equal opportunity thing. Everything that applies to one of us applies to the other of us. Y'all can apply the same shit to each other all y'all want to. At the end of the day, somebody has to assume a feminine, or I'm going to say somebody has to assume a submissive position and a dominant position. And I think that gay men don't want to do that. They call that heteronormative, and that's the reason why I feel like a lot of gay men, bi men, are not working in relationships with the same sex, because y'all are trying to do something or make up something that has not been in reality or has not been in nature yet, okay? So I do think that us as humans, we can do whatever we want, so everything happens under the sun. Don't get it twisted. Yes, there are couples who are, pretty equal across the board. Plus, equal looks different to everyone, okay? So, no, I'm not ever saying that bottoms are less than tops. When I say that bottoms can't or shouldn't be sleeping around with a bunch of different people or applying the same rules to bottoms as women, okay? Because, yes, I do apply the same rules pretty much to bottoms as women. I do feel like they need to be more exclusive and etc., okay? However, that does not make y'all less, okay? Less is, I feel like I can go out here and cheat on you and you can't go out here and do nothing. You have to just be subservient and wait on me at home type shit. That is toxic, okay? And it's not realistic and it's not loving. You supposed to not do to nobody what you don't want done to yourself, first and foremost. So what we're talking about right here is about sexual positions, and bottoms sleeping around with multiple people, and tops sleeping around multiple people, all right? Here's the reason why bottoms have a higher expectation to be, not passed around, to keep their hold tight. It's not just about the physical, but it's about the mental and emotional and spiritual, okay? The reason why it is important for bottoms to not be as comfortable sexually with their booty, their hole, as tops should with their penis is because we get attachments by getting penetrated way more, okay? Being penetrated is way deeper of an emotional and spiritual thing. And then obviously, like the old boy just said, if you utilize it too much, it'll loosen up as well. All right? When it comes to tops, it's pretty much opposite. Like, tops can sleep with as many people as we want. You're not going to be able to tell just by looking at our penis unless we've contracted an STD. And erectile dysfunction can happen for many reasons, not for sleeping around with a bunch of different people. Could it happen for sleeping around with a bunch of different people? I think when you get in a relationship, if you're used to sleeping around with a bunch of different people, then yes, it's going to be hard for you to be faithful. It's going to be hard for you to keep wanting to be sexually attracted to that one body because you've gotten accustomed to sleeping with different bodies, okay? So that's different issues. But yes, to say for bottoms, that is the truth. That is the one main side effect that tops are going to get, but I feel like everybody gets that effect, okay? So whatever tops deal with from sleeping around with a bunch of different people and being promiscuous, pretty much bottoms deal with that and then a whole bunch of more. All right, and so here's the deal on that. I feel like a lot of people dance around this topic and they'll, say all the statistics and the facts that we can prove that y'all can't argue with. Like, bottoms do contract diseases easier. We know that that's a fact medically. The hole loosens up, all the typical stuff. But let me just go ahead and keep it 100 with y'all real quick. A loose bottom is able to a man of substance. Y'all do get the same shit applied to y'all that women do, all right? Now, if y'all done heard, women are not being chosen for these same reasons, okay? Being loose, waiting for their prime to pass, being young, dumb, or just being young, attractive, and new, not having a lot of experiences, being a fresh canvas, that's what makes a person of penetration valuable, okay? You spread yourself thin and give yourself up to a bunch of different people, men start to look at you like you are just a bust down and you're not worth anything serious because we start to feel like we'll be vulnerable and you're going to hurt us if you are a pass around because we know how it feels, first of all, to sleep around with a bunch of different people because it's been normalized for men to be able to be promiscuous. So we know how... To us, it's really not a big deal, but we feel like if you feel like it's not a big deal and you're letting people penetrate you, if another man can penetrate you, that is literally my territory. I'm not, you're not mine no more. Like, it takes away everything, okay? To us, mentally, all right? A lot of men ain't going to keep it this G because y'all going to call them misogynistic. Y'all going to say this and they say that. But the truth is, we have been wired that way, just like women have been wired to only go after, the strongest, most successful, or most handsome or attractive dude, okay? It's the same thing. So before y'all get upset about that, put yourself, well, I guess for men and bottoms, I see why y'all have a problem with that because y'all would still be expected in a lot of ways to still provide, to still be have manhood about y'all because we are men. So it's kind of hard to apply the same stuff to women, to y'all, because it's like, well, women have kids, women are able to, they're looked at like it's okay for them to sit at the crib and just be a stay-at-home wife and all that. Where in our community, we haven't really talked about that enough. But I personally do agree with a bottom could be a stay-at-home dude. He could be a worker. Whatever he want to do is what, I feel like that should be like. Two is always better than one, though. You know what I'm saying? Two kings is going to be better than a king and a Dutch. So I do feel like if y'all both work and y'all both providers, and that's going to make y'all's relationship way more, that's one of the biggest pluses to being in a gay relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to knock that. However, I do not believe that you should be dealing with dudes for money only, and that being the main reason why you're dealing with dudes is to live an easy life and be lazy and not feel like you have to work or contribute, because that's not the case either, okay? However, it depends on the relationship and the dude. Some dudes will allow you to be that sit-at-home dude that's there, take care of the crib, as long as you're there for him when he get home to cater to his needs or whatever. And then you got the other where the bottom just basically is equal to the man, to the top, where he makes money as well. Y'all both go to work, all that. So I feel like when it comes to that, we are equals, okay? But when it comes down to this sexual thing and the way that you value yourself and where your value is, okay, it is based on you being less accessible, you being exclusive, you having a tight hole, you being something that somebody can feel like is theirs, okay? Yes, men, y'all can call it misogynistic all y'all want to. We like to feel like we own something. If we don't feel like we own something, that takes the whole fun out of it. Okay? I don't care. The only kind of dudes that want somebody who has been passed or accept somebody who done been passed around, y'all, the reason why y'all find yourselves in and out of relationships, in out of these situationships, is because these dudes think just like me, but they're not gonna tell y'all that. And y'all fall for these dudes thinking that they're not misogynistic, thinking that you found somebody because they not caring about your body count, because they don't care that you done been a pass around. Let me tell you something. Them dudes that don't care about your body count, being a pass around and all that, they are only there for the benefit that you provide them. Meaning you probably got a car or crib. They using you for your finances. They using you for a boost of ego. They using you for something. A place to stay, something. Like, I mean, I'm trying to tell y'all, dudes that are of high quality, the ones that y'all want, the ones that y'all keep talking about, where the niggas at, why these niggas ain't, where these niggas at, these niggas don't want nobody who done been passed around. These niggas don't want nobody who look like they done been passed around. And let me tell y'all a sign of what somebody look like that done been passed around. The things you say, the things that you represent, the way you feel like you are supposed to be equally loved and valued after you have been giving yourself to all these dudes and you ain't even love yourself. The fact that you think that audacity that you should be somebody that somebody should love and you ain't even loved yourself, okay? Now, I know that might be a hard pill to swallow and that might sound harsh to a lot of people, especially if you were a pass around at one point and then you found some kind of, love for yourself and then you did the self work. Let's say you a bottom that was passed around in your 20s or whatever. Then you hit around 30 something, you done figured out, all right, let me fix my life up. You done loved yourself. You done started to realize some things that, you don't even feel comfortable doing no more because you only felt comfortable doing that when you wasn't really caring about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So now that you have found yourself and love yourself and you've done some work, now it's going to still be hard for you, unfortunately, because that's the same situation women is talking about. These girls is waiting past 30, which for a woman is 30 years old. Now, I gave men grace and said 35. Men need to be trying to get in a relationship and cuffed up by 35, and women need to be trying to get in a relationship and cuffed up by 30. The reason why I say that is because that is the age range where you are in your prime. And y'all use that time to take advantage of the fact that it's okay for you to manipulate, do people dirty, skeet on this nigga, leave this nigga out of nowhere, ghost somebody, treat people dirty because you got all these options, right? So then basically what happens is you allow that time to pass. See, the smart ones, they get their person right there because just like in nature, how animals do their mating calls and all that when they're in their prime, that's the same thing for people. We have our prime for real between 25 and 35 for real. Give or take in and out of that sometime for some people. Some people's prime can last longer than others. I would say that as well. However, a lot of people take that time to take for granted their looks, their youth, and they don't take shit serious. So when finally that shit start dropping, then all of a sudden they want to start taking stuff serious. And I know that for a lot of y'all may call that's not the case all the time. Y'all may say it's not because I still look good and everything. You're older. You have been through shit. You've been hurt and traumatized. Now that's why your ass wants to settle down because you done got tired of playing these games and getting used by all these different niggas. You ain't slick. Okay? It doesn't matter how good you still look. That's the part that men don't want to deal with either. Men don't want somebody who's been ran through the dirt. Men don't want somebody, high value men, of course, at least, men of substance, I should say, because I don't like that term, high value. Men of value, of quality, do not want somebody who has been traumatized by all these different people. And is unrepairable and all that. Nobody wants that. We want our own trauma on you. We want our own canvas with our own drama on you. We don't want to deal with the drama and the shit and issues of 5 other niggas before us. Because subconsciously y'all still take that out on us even if y'all don't think y'all are. Because you done been allowing all these dudes inside your body. You're giving way more. So you're going to have more anger and more issues afterwards. As opposed to a nigga like us, Tops, we pulling our shit out. We whipping our shit into something. You know what I'm saying? And we don't really feel like nothing. I'm trying to tell y'all, we don't have that strong connection to it. And it's not just me saying this. Like, my dude, I'm the first dude that talked to him. He told me straight up, he sees what I'll be talking about and he agree. Because he couldn't even imagine giving himself up to somebody else like he gave himself to me. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Y'all become numb as bottoms and as women who get penetrated a lot, and y'all don't be seeing what we see because y'all don't have no other ability to use nothing else. See, as a verse dude, they have the ability to be able to tell us for real what this is because these niggas can get dick and they can give it. And a lot of verse dudes, I promise y'all, verse dudes comment and tell me if I'm right or wrong. Y'all know that it is way more deeper for you. It's way more you're giving. You feel way more vulnerable. You feel like you have to open up for somebody, let them inside your body. That comes along with more. If this nigga do you dirty, it's gonna hurt more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you're putting out way more. All right, all the verse dudes that I've dealt with, especially dudes that I've turned into bottoms, like tops that I've topped or verse dudes or whatever, they will tell me the same thing that they don't feel comfortable giving a box up to anybody. That's why they'll claim verse top because a verse top is somebody who they'll think like me when it comes to being a top. Like they'll be on jacked and they'll mess around with random dudes as a top. But when it comes to getting topped, when it comes to them giving up some booty, oh, now you got to they're considering way more. Like, is you this, is you that, like what kind of dude are you masculine, are you like, they care more about that part. And then on top of that, a lot of them would be like, I ain't doing it unless I'm in a relationship. Like, because why you think that they say that? Why you think verse top say I'm not getting pounded or I'm not giving my cakes up unless I'm in a relationship? Because they know that they don't want to be that dude that somebody gets on top of, nutting or whatever, how they way with them, and they just go on about their business because they care about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I want all y'all to value yourself enough to keep that energy. Don't let these niggas fool y'all into thinking that you're supposed to put out and that's gonna make a nigga like you. If that nigga won't like you without you giving him something, he ain't gonna like you no way after you give him some. I promise you. Don't think that giving up some is gonna get you somebody, the right person, or you ain't get that person because you didn't give it up. No, you dodged a bullet because you ain't give it up. So just remember that, okay? Niggas of quality and of substance are like, they think like me, okay? They got money, they successful, they've been doing this, okay? They got self-love, they want somebody that got self-love. They need that in return, okay? I ain't gonna be able to I ain't gonna be satisfied with somebody who've been passed around, allowed themselves to be passed around simply because I'm gonna look down on them. I'm not gonna cap. Like, it just is what it is because I don't see you as worth it. I feel like anybody can get you, and even if you're not even that dude. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this, and why y'all want to take notes and for real take this into consideration when I'm trying to tell y'all, because these niggas ain't gonna tell y'all, and y'all gonna wait until y'all like 35, 40, and y'all gonna be realizing why y'all not getting cuffed. And this is gonna be one of the main reasons right here. Alright? I'm telling y'all right now, I decided that after I had dealt with a couple niggas that I accepted for being a hoe, because I was trying to give it a shot and everything, because, you know, I felt like nobody was a virgin or cared about themselves or, you know, had a low body count. I feel like everybody had a high body count after a while in this lifestyle, so I just stopped even caring because I stopped kind of feeling like I was going to get it, you know what I'm saying? And that was the biggest mistake. Those are my worst experiences with dudes that have had a high body count, with dudes who thought that it was okay for them to use their butt like they use their dick. For dudes that thought that we was just equals across the board. For dudes that believed in, you know, sexual liberation and all that. Dudes who think like that, just like females, they don't respect men. They feel like they can do whatever they want to do. And they feel like if you want respect, you trying to control them, you know? I don't rock with that. Anybody who doesn't want to submit as a bottom, stay single. I'm telling you right now, because a bottom is taking on the woman's role. And if women don't want to submit, guess where they end up? Single. So you're going to end up the same. You're not getting ready to be topping niggas. I mean, you're not getting ready to be getting bottomed. I mean, you're not going to expect these niggas to be the submissive, bro. Think about that for a second. Because if y'all think that it's going to be this straight up equal stuff, that's where all y'all relationships is ending as well. That's not balance. Okay, we need balance in these relationships for them to last, and not balance as in we both the same. That's not equal. Y'all got equal mixed up. Y'all got y'all's definition of what equal is. See, equal in what's valuable, what makes you a valuable bottom, I'm going to tell you right now. Being masculine on the outside, okay, having a masculine appearance, being happy with being a man, okay, knowing that you are a man and loving yourself as a man, you may have some, but you may have some soft, feminine, a little bit of feminine traits, okay, that's cool. But the main thing that's going to make you valuable with those traits is also being submissive, being soft. When a nigga say something, you can hear him. You don't feel like he trying to control you and you got to boss up because you a bottom and you feel like this nigga trying to do all this and do all this to you, with the victim mindset. When you know your worth as a submissive person brings value to a dominant person. See, a dominant person coming across another dominant, that's not a value, okay? What makes you valuable as a bottom is you being submissive, you being a softer place for this dude to land on, okay? It is true. Like, y'all always try to say, oh, looking for feminine, when y'all be trying to say looking for masculine traits is a feminine trait, when you claim you a top and you looking for other masculine dudes, that's a feminine trait. Well, y'all are somewhat right there because we want somebody who look masculine, but they still are soft and submissive like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep it G, okay? We want to tame somebody who look like something we can't have, but they got the energy of somebody who we can easily have. You get what I'm saying? Yes, so you're right, in a way. As a dominant masculine dude, I want my dude to be masculine, but he can't be just as masculine as me because we going to bump heads, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why I'm trying to tell y'all that. Y'all got a little bit right when it comes to being a butch queen. As a butch queen, which is a masculine dude that has some feminine traits, y'all be kind of going the right way there. However, where y'all fuck up is when y'all still don't want to submit as a butch queen, okay? With that whole I'm a man too thing. Nobody cares and nobody wants to hear that. I know you're a man because if that was the case, I wouldn't be fucking with you, right? Because that's obviously what they like, right? So you're dealing with the whole I'm going to be belittled and I'm going to be feel like less than, kind of like the straight norm shit, like how they make, gay dudes feel like they less than just because they gay. I feel like that's the same thing here with y'all. If you feel like you got to boss up on your top, if you feel like you got to make it known that you're a man to your top all the time, that's going to be another reason why you're going to be single, because that means that we're going to be fighting, bumping heads all the time. Nobody wants that shit. Okay? A lot of y'all will claim, oh, the best dudes come with attitudes and all this other shit. If he don't like a nigga with an attitude, oh, you lucky if my mean ass like you. No. Nobody wants a mean nigga who's trying to prove himself, because, gay dudes will still have some of that I need to prove myself kind of, energy sometime with the beating on the chest. And it's like, you already getting fucked in the ass, nigga. What pride are you trying to have? Like, that's where I'll be lost at with it. It's just like, how you going to try to boss up? How you going to try to be hard? How you going to try to act like I can't tell you what to do? Nigga, you're already getting pounded by me, bro. Like, if you can't submit, just stay single. Just what you're going to get out of that, just like women, black women majority, same thing. You don't want to submit. You don't want to listen. You want to be 100% equal to me. You don't want to give me my role as your king. You don't want to, do things that I can easily find somewhere else. Okay, cool. But then guess what? No matter how fine you is, you're going to be right over here to the side, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, a lot of us will choose a 6 or a 5 that is submissive over a 10. Okay? That is not submissive, nigga. If I gotta argue and fight with you all the time, I don't give a fuck how fine you is. I could just fuck you and go ahead and go on about my business. That's why most of them are doing that. Alright? It's not everybody's just on this hookup culture, dumb, full of cum, just hopping off one nigga to the next. I mean, that is a good majority where they're not even thinking like this because they're just so immature. But there are a good group of guys who are ready, trying to find somebody to take serious, and this is how they gonna think. None of us want no good dude of value that's worth a catch wants a pass around. All right. The reason why this doesn't attain to tops just like it does the bottoms and women is because y'all want somebody who has experience. If a top's a virgin, some of y'all will like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're dominant, you get what I'm saying? But a submissive don't really want no virgin like that after a certain age because they want somebody who know what they're doing and will take charge and is assertive. You know what I'm saying? And if it's your first go around, you might not have them traits. So I feel like the reason why y'all don't really think this way, where it's the same, because y'all may say that y'all, I've heard some bottoms say that, oh, we don't want no slutted out top either, but we can't be sluts, y'all. I don't believe that if you're not getting penetrated, you can't be no hoe or no slut. You can be, for the streets, which I guess is the same thing. You could be nasty, you could be irresponsible, but as far as being a hoe, I mean, we can't really be hoes because you can't really track down our shit. You can't really, unless, well, the biggest sign of a man, if y'all want to call niggas hoes, tops hoes, and straight dudes hoes, with the sign of a hoe for a top and a straight dude is that he cannot be faithful. All right? That's just one sign right there. I'm just going to keep it 100. So, yes, tops, y'all need to also practice some celibacy. I did it as well. I took a whole time to myself, focused on myself. Semen retention, all that is very helpful for us as well. We do not need to be busting down every little thing that come around that allow us to bust down. All right, we do have to take some responsibility because at the same time, if we gonna just be fucking all these niggas, well then they gonna be giving it up to all of us niggas, And if we not gonna be cuffing them in mass, then you can't really blame them for just giving it up to all these different niggas because they're trying to find the right dude. A lot of these niggas ain't even hoes, but they keep going through dudes trying to find the right one, and then they don't realize that they're sleeping with all of them because they horny, they're men, they like to get their nut off too. However, I'm trying to tell y'all bottoms, we don't care about that. If you are sexually, frustrated and everything as a bottom, you need to get to acquainted with your penis to jack off and stuff. If that's another reason why I really didn't care to date bottoms and seriously, because I want to have the insurance that if my dude ever does get froggy or whatever, he gonna go out there and get him some ass or some pussy, like, cause he wants to use his penis. I don't want no nigga who only is into taking dick, because that means if you ever cheat on me or whatever you do after me, whoever you deal with, you're gonna just give your ass up to them immediately, and it's gonna erase me. Like, no, I want somebody who is gonna go out there and be a man still, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how straight dudes got to accustomed to allowing women to be pass arounds and then they still mess with them. I don't see how Kim K has gotten these different dudes, but actually, I'll take that back. What the truth is about high value women with a lot of money, they'll get dudes still because these dudes are using them. See, to break it down simple, if you pass around yourself as a bottom, or someone who getting penetrated, whether you're a woman or a man, was going to get you allotted that in the end is dudes who are broke or they're abusive or they got self-esteem issues. They think that they're ugly. They're not used to getting nobody or something. Like, they have to be in a vulnerable, low vibrational position to accept you. Okay? And they have to be getting something out of the deal usually as well. Like, you got something going for you that they can benefit from, that regardless if y'all work out or not, they still won because they got these benefits and these perks that help them get to wherever they want to get. That's why y'all be stepping stones and shit. Because y'all don't want to listen. Y'all want to sit up here and be, have bodily autonomy and all this bullshit. Instead of hearing what people trying to tell y'all. And y'all trying to force us to accept y'all the way y'all accept us. So because y'all accept us for sleeping around with a bunch of different people, y'all expect us to do the same. I'm sorry, it's not happening. All right? We are valuable for two different reasons. Okay? Women and bottoms. Would I be valuable as a top if I was to come up into your life and say, okay, cool, I don't want to, I want you to run everything. I want you to plan all the dates. I don't actually want to bring in no money. I want you to bring all the money. I don't want to provide. I don't want to, make you feel special or nothing. I just want to sit around here and be a service of dick and shit. Would that be valuable to you? Or would you just go ahead and get the dick from me real quick and go on about your business? That is literally the same thing that we're saying here. But on the other end, it's the same thing. Y'all can, okay? Bottoms and women, well, for the type of top of me, the right kind of nigga, you can come around broke. You can come around, not really having yourself together, not wanting to assert nothing. You can let me plan all the dates and all that. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? So the same things that we don't get turned off by y'all, that's the reason why y'all don't get turned off by us by being promiscuous, because that's not something that y'all really could care about. It doesn't matter. Why would that matter? Unless the dude doesn't have a disease, as long as he can be faithful, that's where it matters at for y'all. So that's, like I said, that's what y'all need to pay attention to, is that the dude can be faithful. All right. A lot of tops can, as long as they take that break, because I was one of them too, where I was used to sleeping with different niggas, but I took that break. That's why I say y'all gotta cold turkey, self isolate, focus on yourself, and stop using distractions of hooking up and all that. When you do that, then, and while you're single, when you do find somebody, then you can continue that. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot skip that step, get in a relationship after sleeping around with 5-6 different dudes a month, and then all of a sudden you meet somebody and now you straight in a relationship. That's why niggas be cheating, because they never took no time to themselves to just not have no bodies. You got to be able to just live without fucking somebody. If you can't do that, you're not going to be faithful in a relationship. You're going to find yourself 6 months to a year down the line, literally just itching, fiending to just fuck somebody else. Like, and you'll think that it's like, oh, this is nature, I'm not supposed to be just with one person. No, you have been turned out by promiscuous culture. All right, so now you got to break it. You got to break the habit. It's a bad habit, and you got to treat it as such. If you act like it don't exist and you act like you want to be misogynistic and say, oh, I can do this, but y'all can't, I'm sorry. We also have to practice the same thing that we're asking them to as bottoms, okay? You cannot be fucking every nigga. However, yes, we can get away with that more. Yes, we can have our fun. We can go through 20s and shit and have our fun, and then go ahead and still find somebody and be successful in a relationship, as long as we don't cheat, and as long as we get that together, the whole not cheating and not having to sleep with all these different random people. As long as we can get that down, we be good. But see, I feel like for bottoms and women, y'all could be good, maybe, but we don't care to find out. The only ones that care to find out is the ones who, like I said, they need something from you. Financially, physically, they want access to fuck you or whatever. And when they're done, you'll see, because they'll switch up like this. That's why y'all always be saying that too. Y'all be like, why he all of a sudden just switch up? Well, he probably got everything out of you that he needed, that he could. Because at this point, if you done been passed around, if he knows anybody that you done slept with, especially, oh, you best believe this nigga's fucking you, and you are a stepping stone. You won't be around here in a minute. I promise you. If he don't care about you sleeping with somebody that he know, oh, he don't give a fuck. He might just be trying to smash you just to get back at that person that he know, or, whatever. I don't know. Like, I'm just telling y'all how men think, okay? And what we value and what we do not. So y'all can take that what y'all want with that. As a bottom, what I'm telling y'all is you don't want to set yourself up with the odds because you want to be prideful, because you want to sit up here and have bodily autonomy, because you want to just be so arrogant that you gonna force equality on a nigga. Okay, cool. You will pay for that. All right, you will end up with someone, most likely 9 times out of 10, who will lead you to believe that is the case, that they still value you and all this other shit. Love bomb the hell out of you. Okay, they're called narcissists. And then guess what? When that thrill is gone, they will be skating on you, because you don't want to listen. You want to force somebody to accept you for being a pass around and somebody who didn't love themselves and didn't take advantage of the time that they was in a prime to cuff somebody and secure a partner. Okay? We are looking for partners, y'all. We're not looking for, y'all set yourself up with the low self-esteem. Y'all set yourselves up for failure. When you have a high self-esteem and you love yourself, you know that we're looking for a partner in these prime years. And it's important for you to secure one, because if you don't, you will be leftovers for all the fuck boys. And that's just what it is. Alright. So yeah, y'all. Let me know what y'all think of this one. Definitely hit them comments up. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say.